For decades, you would have come here to Las Vegas to gamble on sports. Now, in more and more states across the country, you can place that bet anytime, anywhere, right from your own phone. While this loss slams shut any opportunity for USC to get into the college football playoff, it opens the door for Ohio State and Alabama, who come in at 5th and 6th in the rankings respectively. However, at any age, you need to remember that the beauty of the game comes from the passion to play. If it isn't fun, your journey can end in a burnout. In January 2022, U.S. Lacrosse updated the requirements and standards for chest protectors to better protect against commotio cordis, going from pads like these ones into more protective ones like these. The Trojans have a chance to light up the scoreboard once again next Saturday when they travel up to Corvallis, Oregon to take on the Oregon State Beavers. From the LA Coliseum, I'm Chaz Messman. Stands here at Sun Devil Stadium sure are to be rocking during the game for the oldest rivalry trophy in college football. In Tempe, Chaz Messman, Cronkite News. Real Salt Lake, Arizona is home to many aspiring young soccer players who are on a journey to fulfill their dreams.
I feel like my individual goals are to go pro, to help my family so that they won't have to worry about anything.
And the dream starts here, in a system that has been among the most successful at developing young talent over the last decade, the Real Salt Lake Academy. In Arizona, the commitment from the club starts from the very top of the club's pyramid.
Our previous owner, wanted to make a serious investment, and he did so by building a $75 million facility in Utah. And from there, it trickles down to Real Salt Lake, Arizona, wanting to be a leader in player development.
RSL Arizona competes in MLS Next, the top development league in the country. However, they stand out from many other clubs because of their connection to the first team up in Utah.
One of the first steps is being recognized by our staff here, and then can you make the jump to the RSL Academy in Harriman, Utah? And from there, getting opportunities with Real Monarchs and USL Championship, and then from there, the first team becomes a reality.
Homegrown professional Justin Glad lived that reality as a player who followed the pipeline.
Oh, it was massive. I went from training twice a week with my club team to every day, and playing against really high quality opponents. The level of coaching I got, the facilities I got to use was unreal. Professional environment, it was really helping us improve day in, day out.
The path all starts with recruitment and finding the right players.
The biggest thing is the comfort level with the ball. The players that the ball's their friend, the ball's not an enemy to the players. Those are the ones that have the potential to be able to play at the next level.
The journey to becoming a professional is full of hard work and struggle, but that hard work and commitment is the biggest reason RSL AZ has produced so many top players.
We try to focus on 4 pillars of development: the tactical development, the mental aspect, the other one, the technique, which is first touch, the passing, the shooting, the crossing, and the other one is the physique.
We're different because we're very passionate, and all of us always work hard. We never stop running. I wake up in the morning, go to school from 8 to 2:30, get my stuff ready for training, and then after training I go and train at my house, and then I go to sleep and do a repeat every day.
However, at any age, you need to remember that the beauty of the game comes from the passion to play. If it isn't fun, your journey can end in a burnout.
Whenever I think back to my academy days, I just remember having fun. If you just keep enjoying it and making sure you don't lose that joy for the game, it makes it a lot easier to get where you want to go.
School is very important. Family is very important. Obviously, soccer is very important. It's key that they have a balance in their life. We talk to them about that.
Stands out because they really connect with you, even if it's not even on soccer terms.
With players like Glad who have come before them, RSL youngsters can see a path forward.
If you're a player that has the belief and the work ethic, and you're able to continue at each of those checkpoints, the first team's waiting for you.
What separates us from other clubs is the extra work we put in. We're very passionate on what we do, and we take it serious.
RSL Arizona has the resources, the coaches, and the pathway to give their players the opportunity to make their dreams come true. In Mesa, Chaz Messman, Cronkite News. Arizona State offensive coordinator Zach Hill has become known for his creative play calling and successful implementation of trick plays this season.
Just trying to find the right, fit for these games. Hey, this is gonna work because of this, or hey, this doesn't really work this week because we're getting this, and so it's just kind of finding the strengths and the weaknesses for some of those gadget plays.
In order to successfully pull off one of these plays in a game, it is a long process for Hill and the Sun Devils to work it into their game plan.
You get into spring ball, over the summer, fall camp, you're doing a lot of research. You're looking for things that fit your style of play. And fortunately, we've got multiple guys in multiple positions that can do some different things.
One of those versatile players that has been crucial in the execution of those types of plays this season is wide receiver Ricky Pearsall.
I always love doing the trick plays, and Coach Hill does a really good job of creating those trick plays for us and mixing it up and keeping the defense on their heels.
The junior leads the Sun Devils with 378 receiving yards. He has also completed 2 passes for 59 yards and a touchdown.
Me and Jaden joke around and we throw the ball out there, and I got to get my arm warm too, so yeah. I enjoy throwing the ball. I practice it a little bit, yeah.
Maybe a little bit more trickery can help the Sun Devils get their season back on track. In Tempe, Chaz Messman, Cronkite News.
And then with the HBO show Winning Time, obviously there's been a lot of controversy surrounding that and its accuracy. But your son actually portrayed you in that show. So I want to talk about that. Like, what was it like to see your son be you, and how do you think that he did with that whole thing?
I didn't watch it. I watched the pilot. I said, look, man, go have some fun, make some money, just don't make me look too stupid.
On Saturday afternoon, Arizona State is looking to make it 5 wins in a row against their arch rival, Arizona Wildcats, in the 95th Territorial Cup. A matchup that is one of the biggest rivalries in college football creates an unrivaled atmosphere on game day.
Coming in on the buses and seeing the tailgates, like there's so many people here, it's ridiculous, Leading up to the game, people kind of show the animosity that builds up. Just the tension in the air when everybody's warming up is serious, and you can cut it with a knife.
This week is just different for both teams than any other week, and for younger players, it is key to look at the examples set by those who have experienced it.
You can guarantee that both them and us are going to play our best game. For me, it was watching, Nikhil, Manny, even Chase. I could just see how serious they took practice that week, and I think that's what the younger guys are going to start to see.
If the Sun Devils want to continue their dominance in this game, head coach Herm Edwards knows they need to improve in the passing game, an area where ASU has struggled as of late.
I told Jaden when he first became a starter, had a pretty good receiver. His name was Brandon Ayuk, first-round pick, and that can bail you out. We don't have that guy yet. We have some players, some good players, but they're young. We got to get that thing tuned up and get it going. We have to be able to throw the football with consistency.
These stands here at Sun Devil Stadium sure are to be rocking during the game for the oldest rivalry trophy in college football. In Tempe, Chaz Messman, Cronkite News. It's been a long road to finally making it on the field for Arizona State wide receiver Elijah Badger. He missed all of last season due to academic ineligibility and missed the start of the 2021 season due to injury. But now, the redshirt freshman is finally getting an opportunity to show what he can do.
We love Elijah. We think that he's made strides with his transition from off the field things to, understanding how important it is to, to pair the two together, and then just his time management deal.
I've been working lately. Just been trying to get on the field, learn the playbook, and I feel like it's hard as a receiver, period, because it's more plays that you got to learn, and it's not just your position really you have to learn.
Obviously, his talent, his ability is something that we all can see. You can't hide that, but it's difficult when you miss weeks because the game just continues to get faster.
When the former 4-star recruit has been on the field for the Sun Devils, he's made a major impact, scoring 2 touchdowns on only 5 touches.
It's a fun, easy game for him, right now, and it's cool to see. It's cool to see as a coach, because the talent, whether it's his hands, whether it's just his route running ability or just playmaking ability, and it's tough to teach.
On his first ever collegiate touch, Badger scored a touchdown against Colorado, and despite his humility, it was a moment he will remember for the rest of his life.
It was blessed, really. I was just watching everybody on the sideline, I wasn't really sad for myself, but I knew I had to get back and do what I had to do.
As the season moves along, Badger is expected to get more involved in Zach Hill's offense, and he's definitely one to watch out for in the next couple of seasons. In Tempe, Chaz Messman, Cronkite News.